Drew McIntyre makes his entrance, and he says he's going to win Money in the Bank and then beat whoever out of Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns with a Claymore and claim the titles. Sheamus and his pals came, and Sheamus said to Drew that everything you mentioned is correct except that you are not going to cash in on either Lesnar or Roman at SummerSlam because I'm going to do this because I will win Money in the Bank briefcase. Enter Paul Heyman, with Adam Pearce right behind him. Paul cuts a promo about how Roman is going to retain the title, but even the GOAT is vulnerable to a post-match cash-in of Money in the Bank, and he's here to make sure that never happens again. Pearce gets on the mic and admits he was hasty in putting both Sheamus and Drew McIntyre in the Money in the Bank ladder match, and after some influence from Mr. Heyman, WWE management has overruled his decision and neither man will be in the ladder match. However, they can both qualify if they can win a tag match against the Usos. Then we saw a match, Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura, to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match, and the result of this match was Sami Zayn defeated Shinsuke Nakamura via pinfall after hitting the hell of a kick finishing move, and qualified for the Money in the Bank ladder match. Then Jinder Mahal and Shanky and New Day came for a tag team match, but New Day said last week we defeated Jinder Mahal and Shanky, and nobody is interested to see a rematch. But everybody wants to see Shanky's dance move. Shanky started dancing, but Jinder was trying to stop him, but Shanky didn't stop, and Jinder left the ring. Shanky and New Day were dancing, but Viking Raiders came from behind, and they destroyed Shanky and New Day. Adam Pearce is in his office when Sonya Deville rolls up. She's been back on SmackDown for weeks and hasn't had one match, while Raquel Rodriguez and Crocodile Tears Lacey Evans are both given qualifiers. She calls his in-ring career a failure, and Adam Pearce books her in a handicap against Lacey and Raquel next. Then we saw a 2-on-1 handicap match between Sonya Deville versus Raquel Rodriguez and Lacey Evans, and the result of this match was Raquel Rodriguez and Lacey Evans defeated Sonya Deville via pinfall, but post-match Xia Li and Shayna Baszler started attack on Raquel Rodriguez and Lacey Evans, but Raquel Rodriguez and Lacey Evans did the counterattack, and clear the ring together. Natalya makes Ronda Rousey's entrance pushing an empty stroller. She cuts a promo as Ronda, mocking her whole deal and saying that after Natty almost made her tap, she realized that the sharpshooter is way deadlier than her armbar, and she doesn't stand a chance at Money in the Bank, so she's gonna get down and tap out right now. The actual Ronda Rousey comes and said she doesn't mutilate her body to impossible beauty industry standards as Natty does, and she's not gonna just hand the title over. She gets in Natty's face and tears her jacket off of her, but Neidhart blasts her with the stroller a couple of times. Natalya runs away and Ronda takes the jacket as a trophy. Then we saw a match between Gunther vs Ricochet for WWE Intercontinental Championship, and the result of this match was Gunther defeated Ricochet via pinfall, and retained the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Then we saw a women's Money in the Bank qualifying match between Tamina and Shotzi, and the result of this match was Shotzi defeated Tamina via pinfall, and qualified for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. We go backstage with Max Dupree and Adam Pearce. He said to Pearce that the temperature was wrong, the refrigerator was wrong, and if Pearce can't handle a dressing room, he can't send his models out to debut. At ringside, Pat McAfee gets on the mic and challenged Happy Corbin for a match at SummerSlam. In the main event we saw a tag team match between Sheamus and Drew McIntyre versus the Usos, and the result of this match was Sheamus and Drew McIntyre defeated the Usos via pinfall when Drew McIntyre hits Claymore kick to Jimmy Uso. Drew McIntyre and Sheamus were enjoying their victory, and the show went off the air.